Hi friends, welcome back to Storytime with Mrs. Giffen. I have a book today for us about your brain. Do you know where your brain is? That's right, it's inside of your head. This book is called Think, 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 Learning About Your Brain. And we've been talking about ways to keep our bodies healthy. Well, a very important part of our body is our brain. Our brain helps us to do everything that we do. It helps our hands and legs move. It helps us to read and remember things. So let's see what else we can find out about our brains. The author of this story is Pamela Hill Nettleton, and the illustrator is Becky Shipe. Do you remember what an author does? That's right, an author writes the words in the story, and the illustrator does the pictures. Think, think, think. What could you do without your brain? Nothing. Your brain is the big boss of your body. Your brain controls your thoughts, movements, and feelings. It's like a computer that fits right between your ears. Your brain takes up the top half of your head. Your brain is soft, wrinkled, and gray. We can't see our brains, though, because it's hidden inside of our skull and under our skin. Can you lift a jug of milk? Then you can lift an adult-sized brain. It weighs about 3 pounds. Your brain is made up of 3 parts. Each has a big job and a name: the cerebellum, the cerebrum, and the brainstem. The largest part of your brain is called the cerebrum. This is the part that thinks. You use it to figure out problems at school, and you use it to make a plan for the day. Your brain works even when you sleep. It helps you to dream. The cerebrum has 2 halves, a right half and a left half. The right half controls the left side of your body, and the left half controls the right side of your body. The right side of your brain helps you play music, draw, and be creative. The left side helps you read and do math. Across both halves from ear to ear is the motor area. This area of the brain helps you move your muscles. You can run, jump, and sink a basket. What is your favorite thing to do with your body? Something that's exercising, and we don't necessarily think of using our brain, but everything we do uses our brain. We often think about using our brain when we're doing schoolwork or reading or learning our letters, but our brain controls everything. I really like to swim. That's one of my favorite things that I like to exercise and use my brain for. The second main part of your brain is called the cerebellum. It's in the back of your head. The cerebellum helps you balance, it helps you stand, and it helps your muscles work together. Are you able to stand on one foot and balance? Then you're using your cerebellum. If you're an athlete, you really need your cerebellum. You couldn't walk a balance beam or kick a soccer ball without one. The third main part of your brain is the brainstem. It connects the rest of your brain to your spinal cord. Your spinal cord goes down your neck and down your back. You keep breathing even when you don't think about it. That is why your brainstem at work. It helps keep your heart beating and your lungs working. Have you ever noticed that you don't have to think about breathing? It seems like your body just does it on its own. Well, that's your brain working when you're not even telling it to. Your brain learns a lot during your first 6 years. During that time, your brain learns faster than any other time in your life. So right now, from the time you're 0 years old to 6 years old, your brain is learning faster than any other time in your life. Wow, lucky you guys. Your brain also contains many little parts that have big jobs. One part gives off chemicals that tell your body how big and tall to grow. Another helps you remember things such as what you read in this book. Right in the middle of your brain is a sort of thermostat called a hypothalamus. It tells you when to shiver and when to sweat. Your hypothalamus is the part of your brain that keeps your body at 98 degrees Fahrenheit. Have you ever noticed that some people are taller and some people are shorter? Well, that's because they have different chemicals in their brains telling them how tall to grow. Mrs. Giffen is pretty tall. My mom is pretty short. So our brains have told our bodies different things. Your brain has a small group of cells on each side called the amygdala. These cells control your feelings. They help you feel sad when you lose a baseball game, and they make you feel happy when you see your grandpa. What's something that makes you feel sad? What's something that makes you feel happy? Did you know that there are chemicals in your brain that help you feel sad and happy? Wow. If you bump your head really hard, you might get a concussion. This brain injury happens when the brain knocks against the inside of the skull. You could lose your memory for a while, vomit, or have a bad headache. Keep your brain safe. Wear a helmet or headgear when playing rough games or riding your bicycle. Doctors who work with brains are called neurologists. Neurologists would really, really like you to wear a helmet. What makes your brain healthy? Getting enough sleep and eating right are helpful to your brain. Smoking, drinking alcohol, and using drugs are not good for your brain. Learning and asking questions are good for your brain. So are reading books and figuring out problems. Thinking is good for you. Keep on using your brain. So doing your schoolwork all by yourself and trying your best and using your brain to work hard on your schoolwork helps your brain grow and stay healthy. So sometimes we want to do the easy thing and ask our mom or our sister to tell us the answer. But if you spend the time thinking all by yourself, that will help your brain work better. The brain. The three main parts of your brain are the cerebrum, the cerebellum, and the brainstem. The cerebellum helps you think. The cerebellum helps you move. And the brainstem keeps your heart and lungs working. Very cool. And very interesting learning about the brain. Make sure that you do your best to help your brain get stronger and smarter and also keep your brain safe.